Hi, Sandra here from Create in Spain, and today I'm going to do a brief tutorial on how I made my leaf embellishments. Now, if you've been to my blog, you may have seen these leaves and pictures of the process that I went through, but nothing is quite as good as video at showing you how easy it is to do. So I have here a couple of leaves which I've cut out. And they're cut out from embroidery backing. It's like paper in consistency, but it's very tough and durable, and you can wet it and it's not going to dissolve, so that's really quite handy considering what I'm going to do to it. And I have a board here, just a cutting board, and I've sprayed it with temporary adhesive simply so I can actually lift this up and show you what I'm doing from time to time. And if I yell in the middle of this, it's probably because my camera, which is slung around my neck in front of me, has just jumped off the table. So I apologise in advance if that's what I end up doing. I hope not, but yeah, you never know. So I have my leaf cut out and it's ready on my board. Now the first thing I'm going to use for this first leaf, I'm going to use these. It's water-soluble wax pastels. And when you look at them, they look very much like children's wax crayons, and they have the same sort of consistency, but unlike wax, they are water soluble, so that's why I'm using them for this. And all I'm going to do is do random marks over the leaf with various colours. Oh, I think I might have a bit of orange in there, maybe some red. I apologise if you can hear my cat meowing, he can't get in and he wants to. Okay, so move it a little bit further away so you can see. And I'm literally just going to scribble wherever the mood takes me to do different colours. I think I'll have a bit of bright up the middle and put some darker brown on some of the edges, not all of them, but on some of them. There we go. Bit of, I think this is an orange. Yeah, I think so. And you see, I'm not taking any great care about what I'm doing with this. Just giving it a good scribble. A bit of green here and there. You want to more or less cover the leaf, but you don't have to fuss about it. I think that's the red one. Okay, bit of red up here maybe. Right, okay. So I'll just put those aside and show you what it looks like so far. Ta-da! I'll put my hand behind that because it's a bit transparent, but that's what it looks like. Until you take some plain water and you spritz it. If I can get the water to come out. No, it would happen, wouldn't it? Okay, I have a water pen here, and I know I can get water out of that. Just test it on my hand first, give it a bit of squeeze. Right, okay, we've got some water coming out, and literally all I'm going to do is scrub at it. Da, 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 da. Now you could do this with a wet brush, you could spritz it with water, if you could get your spritzer to work, which mine wouldn't. It really doesn't make too much difference. The object of the exercise is simply to wet it and to move the paint around, because water dissolvable waxes basically make paint. Now I've wet it enough, but I want to move the paint a bit more, and I've got a dry brush here, and I'm just going to scrub it with a dry brush. Drop more water, I think. It's quite a warm day and I think things are drying out a bit too fast. Okay, so we do this, and you can blend it as much or as little as you wish. Okay, a little bit difficult for me to do because normally I'd be working flat on a work surface, and if I do that you can't see what I'm doing. So there we go. Okay, now if I take that off of here, and I do have to peel it off because it is sticky, you get the sort of idea. It does need to dry. I'm going to put it over there for a minute while it does precisely that. Hopefully the ceiling fan I've got on will help to dry it. Right, this is my second leaf. I'm going to stick that one in place. Now this one I'm going to do the same sort of thing, but I'm using, oh gosh, I don't think you can see that, Inktense pencils from Derwent. And these are water-soluble pencils that you can use in precisely the same way. They're obviously finer tipped and they give a very intense colour. So I'm just going to pick up some of those and have a go at another one. I'm going to do orange, brown, bit of lime green, similar colours. Okay, and again, whoops, similar thing. And it would help if I wasn't in such a hurry that I'm actually curling up the edges of my leaf. It would be better if I didn't do that, but there we go. Trying to do this reasonably fast. I'm not sure how long my battery's going to last, apart from anything else. On my camera, that is. And a bit of colour here, a bit of colour there. Again, not fussing on this. You can take a bit more time, or you can leave the kids to get loose on this. If you've got young children, they can scribble away. It'll be fine. It won't be a problem. And a bit of colour on the edge, I think. A bit of darker colour here. Oops. I'm not worried if I do damage the edges a bit, and you'll see why a bit later on. And a bit of darker brown in places too. Ta-da! Right. Okay, same thing again. Get a different brush. I've got one already. And if I hold this up, you can see, and the colours are really quite bright. This does dissolve a bit more easily. It gives very intense colour. Really, really pretty colours. Okay, that's why they're called Inktense. Haha, because they are intense colours. Okay, bit of a scrub with this brush as well, just to get rid of some of the lines. I'm not going to fuss about it, just for demonstration purposes. But yeah, get the idea. That looks pretty nice. Okay, there we go. And peel it off. And that's that one. Now we haven't actually finished yet. I do need to get my hairdryer to dry them off a bit because they're not quite dry. Hold on a second, you might get a bit seasick when I just go down here and find my hairdryer. I should have put it on the table, it's true. Now, apologies for that, and apologies for the noise which is going to ensue, because I'm absolutely useless at editing and there is no way I'm going to stop this and restart it. So I'm just going to stick it on the mat. YouTube is probably going to have a fit because my video is going to be so shaky. Okay, put you down again. Sorry if you got a bit seasick. Alright, so I have my 2 leaves. Okay, like so. And the last thing to do is to draw. For some reason, I haven't got my camera lined up in the right place. I'm just going to have to tilt it forward, I think. Yes, YouTube is definitely going to have a fit at this one. And what you need to do is to draw a line up the middle with a very, very fine pen. And just put a few veins in. Now, if you are letting children do this, I advise that the grown-up puts the veins in because you'll get a bit more realism than you would with a child doing it with a thicker pen or something. Okay. Whoops. That's it, just throw it around. Okay, so you have your leaf with the veins in. And if it's completely dry, what you do is you scrunch it all up. And you screw it up. Preferably do wait till it's dry to do this, otherwise you might just find it a little more difficult. There we go. and you end up with quite a realistic looking, in this particular case, autumn colour leaf. So I hope you find that interesting. If you want the written directions, they are on my blog. And thank you very much for watching. Bye bye.